Welcome, Jessica Aguilar, back to the program. 197 was supposed to be your big heyday. It was supposed to be a big fight for you, and not to be.
Not to be, man. It was during sparring session. I got injured. I was sparring with Valerie and took her down. We were on half guard, and I was passing the guard. I was from the top, and then just freak accident. My knee popped around 5 times, and that was it. But I had surgery last week. I'm doing really well. I started my PT the next day. I'm walking now, baby steps, and so man, I feel good. Now I'm just focused on opening my juice bar, carbon juice bar, which is going to be in the new American Top Team, which I just got. It was the grand opening today, so we were there, my fiance and I. So it's I can't complain. Everything.
Who came up with the recipes and all that for the juice bar?
Well, it was me and this beautiful thing, my partner. This is, and you can tell them a little bit about Carbon and how we came.
Okay, so I'm a dietitian, but I'm a dietitian that loves food. So I'm always cooking and creating, and my parents owned a restaurant. I've been involved in the food industry for a really long time. So one day I just thought, with the new gym opening, I'm like, what the heck? Why don't we just do this on our own? I've worked for so many other companies, food distribution companies, and so on and so on. I'm like, I can do this. Like,
so let's
so
do
easy. And I just started writing menus and recipes, and the name came, and it's just like, eventually, now we have.
You didn't buy a franchise. You didn't guys step into something else.
No,
Carbon is yours.
We just said, we were in the living room like we are now. We're like, hey, why don't we open our own juice bar in the new American Top Team? And we were like, we can do it. And she was like, yeah, I can write the menus. I can do this. I knew that. And we just started writing shit down, and we're like, let's do it. And now
we're a couple weeks away from opening.
Yeah, we're a couple weeks away. I'm sorry?
Who came up with the business plan?
We had friends. We had an advisor that helped us, and it was by pieces, We didn't know what to do, obviously, because we've never done this. Dan Lambert, the owner of American Top Team, helped us, and I have a great attorney, to Frank Smith, another great attorney that stepped in and helped us. And there was just different people in the puzzle that helped us through with the business plan and so that we can do this the right way.
Are you having to pay Lambert a fee to be in the gym, like a rental fee to be in that space, or is it?
That's the deal. Because I have an 800 square feet space in there, so
we're renting.
We're renting the space.
But he doesn't. It's not like a deal where he gets a percentage of the sales, and you got to.
No,
okay,
no,
so it's
no,
just straight rent, whatever that rent is, and then. How difficult was it for you to raise the capital for the investment to open this thing?
Well, it wasn't difficult. I've been saving a little, and just by doing the deals, I said, hey, it's an investment. I'm not going to be fighting forever. And we have a great.
You didn't get a loan for this. It's all out of your savings account.
It's part my savings, and then a loan that I got. A loan. I had to get a loan, but so that I had to be smart about it. So. There's a loan, and I invested some money, and we're gonna make it happen, man. I'm so excited now. All our equipment is in. We're waiting on our table and our lights to go up, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I don't see. It's just I just see success from here.
So the knee injury is actually kind of a blessing in disguise, then, because now you get the knee injury is kind of a blessing in disguise, because now you actually get the I can't roll, I can't punch, I can't run. I'm allowed to stand. I'm supposed to walk for rehab. I might as well be doing it behind the counter, getting my juice bar.
For sure.
Exactly.
Everything happens for a reason. I was a little stressed out because of the timing. I was like, man, I have a fight in April. The juice bar is open, opening it up at the same time. It's just a lot going on. And, everything I was in camp was going great. I felt good, and I was focused on my fight. And then this happened, the ACL. So everything happens for a reason. And now, my head is getting the juice bar up and running, and then healing and getting back to the cage. But right now, my number one is the juice bar.
So I'm not a juicer. Like, I'm like, why would I drink juice if I can just eat the whole damn thing? Like, because I want to eat the whole fucking thing. So like 2 weeks ago, Suja juice, or I guess what's called. Yep. Jill brought home the 3-day case, and she's like, look, we are power through this diet right now. I I have a couple projects coming up that I've got to get my weight and body fat way down. Like I have to. A lot of shirtless stuff going on, and I'm about to take a lot of hits to the ground, stunt wise, with no shirt on, and so there's no pads. I can't have any pads on, so I have to get in shape to be able to keep smacking into the ground. So we do a 3-day juice, no problem. I'm a guy that I can go 5 days no food because I had to make weight. I don't just my body just goes into that system of like, but it's not going to eat today. I'll drink a bunch of water and I'll kind of get through it, no problem. I enjoyed it to a point, but I was still kind of like, there's no fiber. There's I'm getting 1,000 calories a day is about what it is if you add all the juices up through the 6 servings, but there's no fiber in this thing at all. I'm like, well, I'm about to be 44 years old. Like, I need a ton of fiber, so why would they pull the pulp out? I've got the expert right here. Why is juice just juice and not with fiber into it, and how can that be healthy for me of doing just juices for like 3 or 4 days or up to a week? I've seen some people do it without having any kind of other system going in.
Well, I don't believe in juice cleanses, which is what it sounds like you guys did. I'm not crazy about that because of the fact that you're not getting any fiber, and especially for athletes, you guys even though, let's say you're not training for a fight or you're injured or something, your bodies are so used to burning calories, and your muscle mass is so much higher than the average person. Your body is just metabolically it's just faster. You're burning way more calories even at resting. So for me, juice cleanses, I'm not a fan, but I am a fan of juicing because you can't always eat 5 pounds of vegetables in a day or however many, you can't just eat kale salad all day long and chomp on carrots and beets and stuff, So juicing is a really great way to supplement that, and get all of the vitamins that you wouldn't maybe get because, I don't know, some people don't like eating salads, or you just don't have, preparing vegetables is time consuming. You have to cut them, you have to wash them, or wait till they're ripe enough. So juicing is just another way to get all of those vitamins and nutrients in without having to consume the raw, vegetable itself. Yeah.
It says what is it, 8 servings a day of fruits and vegetables?
Well, the food pyramid is old school. That doesn't exist anymore.
So what's the real number of fruit and vegetables I should try to get every day?
The real number?
Yeah, there's a number, right? There's I should always strive to get,
that was the old school way of thinking about it, So now the Dietetic Association, we use a plate. So half of your plate should be vegetables, a quarter protein, and the other quarter a starch, Or if some people aren't crazy, depending on the time of day, they don't want to have starch, you could do just all that, half veggies, half protein. So, but you're right. Fiber is really important, and a lot of people think they're getting enough fiber in their daily diet, but they're really not. So, like I said, supplementing with the juice, but also having vegetables like during lunch or at dinner, you'll get the roughage, that fiber that kind of cleans you out.
Okay. As I got older, I had to start supplementing with fiber. My doctor was like, you're not getting enough. I'm like, dude, I'm trying when I was in camp, I'd always try to reach 25 servings a day of fruit and vegetables throughout my day. And that's what I would always strive for. Some days you get really close. Some days you surpass it. Some days you're miserably short. It's just how it goes in training camp. You come home, sometimes you're just not hungry. I'm not going to eat a bunch of crap. I'm going to have a quick shake and go to bed, and I'm good. So I always strive for that. And even then when I retired, my doctor was like, yeah, you're not getting nearly enough fiber. And he told me the same thing. Half vegetables, half protein, stay away from the starches for a while and see what happens to your body. And it did seem to work out. But now I know from this, I just need to supplement my fruit and vegetable intake with juices, not try to do a full cleanse unless I'm got something coming up in 3 days and I really got to get down or whatever.
Yeah, or some people come down with a stomach flu or something and they can't eat solids. Juicing, you'll still get vitamins and and your nutrients, but you don't have that heaviness of eating something. It'll give you some time
later
because it's kind of when you do a cleanse, you don't have the fiber, you're giving your gut a rest. So, you're letting your body just kind of detox and cleanse everything out, and then you can go back to normal. I would say a 1-day cleanse is as far as I would advise.
Yeah, we tried.
That's enough.
We tried.
I tried a 3-day, and I almost murdered myself and her.
Yeah, I was like 3 days, and I'm like, at the 2-day, I was like, the first day I was like, I'm feeling good. And she was like,
I'm dying.
And I'm like, babe, you can do it. We can do it. It's only 3 days. Second day, I was like, eat something.
I was going to kill everyone.
I'm like, eat something.
But that's the thing. We're used to eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, you know, especially for her.
Can you tell?
She just has, you know, she's light already. So,
So I got to ask, there's a lot of trial and error when you're trying to come up with a menu for a restaurant and for, you know, especially with juices.
Wow.
How many times, Jess, were you like, hey, babe, sorry, too many beets?
No,
not me.
You know, I don't eat. I don't eat something that I don't like, and I haven't had a lot of those moments with her. Everything she makes, it's like, yo, or like, I'm hungry. I just have to say I'm hungry because I want her to cook.
Something up.
But it was really good. The only thing, I love ginger shots, so those are the most intense. But it's just because it's fresh, pure ginger. But other than that, no. All the juices and the things that we've sampled. I'm like, can I have some tomorrow?
Yeah. It's just, but that's where my experience of eating, you know, being in the food industry and trying so many different things, it's like my brain remembers taste and flavor combination. So I don't even have to try something. I just know, oh, this will make sense. And then I might have to make it once or twice to tweak it, but so I'm always experimenting and cooking and
I'm lucky.
Trying stuff. So it's like,
obviously, you have all the recipes written down. You've got everything squared away. You're going to train people to work. It's not going to be the two of you working it the entire time, right? You're going to have other staff members in there, too?
Eventually, yeah, we will.
Okay. How hard do you think it'll be to train somebody to actually run the juice bar?
Not hard at all, because all of the recipes are standardized with it's going to be very easy.
Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah. And then are you going to pre-make juices for like some of the athletes that want to have like 4 or 5 juices at home to come in and bottle it up? Take it home, or
eventually, yeah, we talked about that, but now everything's going to be made to order, and then if the demand becomes, if it becomes popular,
this is a baby. We don't know what's going to happen.
We're see.
Going through, we have to open and see what works and what people, what they want more, and then they want juice. We'll give them juice, bottled juice.
But we're going to have juices and smoothies, and we're doing acai bowls and coffee, espresso. All kinds of stuff. Yeah,
one of my favorites, the overnight oats. It's amazing. Yeah. So it's good, like right before training, like right before I left to the gym, I would grab one of the, it's.
Awesome. I used to make those all the time for the kids.
Love it.
And then first thing in the morning before they go to school, boom, here's your overnight oats, and
exactly.
Like no problem, like swallow it right down. They're out the door. I'm like, geez, it was easy as hell. All I do is mix it, drop it in the refrigerator, and wait till the next morning. Yeah, awesome.
Exactly. Put some bananas on top, or berries, or whatever. Yeah.
My youngest Lavin wants honey on his all the time, so I have to scoop honey on top of it. That's he wanted the extra sugar, but he doesn't want sugar. He just wants honey. So it's really weird.
And then also in the process of us coming up with carbon and going through the different steps, we've because we're going to be working with like local farmers, and we've we were looking. I want to tell them about the local honey that we went.
Oh yeah, we met with. So we live in Broward County, and we met with Broward Beekeepers president, and we got to wear the uniform, and we went out to the beehives and stuff, and we're going to use their honey. Yeah. Did we post one on social media?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah,
it was funny. So it's cool. We've been able to meet so many interesting people, and it's been a really good experience so far.
Yeah.
I got to ask, now the juice bar is going to take off. It's going to get moving. It's obvious, American top team, especially in Florida, but it's just you and the Black Zillions, really. And you guys are, 45 minutes apart from each other. So it's like the demand is either one or the other. So you're going to have the clientele. You're going to have people coming in. It's going to survive. It's going to be successful. It's
Absolutely.
Just what it is.
No doubt.
Eventually, you're going to franchise it out to other gyms as well.
Well,
if someone comes with their money, and they want.
One of the other owners at American Top Team, Aventura, already wants a juice bar, and I said, "Hey, just wait a minute. Let us get started here, and then once we get started here, Tagarela, he was telling me today. So I was like, once we get started here, then we already have the formula on how it's going to work. We already have procedures. We already have everything, and then we can start up there. So." That's the idea, and we don't know what's going to happen.
We'll see where it goes. But we're open to
ideas, and people's interest. And
okay, well now I got to ask, because obviously the dietitian's in the room. A knee injury, like Jess has gone through, there's a healing process that's in there, and your body has to go through a lot of things to get through the healing. Not to mention the pain that goes along with this this particular procedure. For those at home that don't know, Jess blew her ACL out. She used her patella tendon as a replacement for the ACL. I had the exact same surgery in '94. It's way advanced since then. It advanced like 4 years later. In '98, they came with a whole new procedure. So like yours is way better than mine was. Going back, 20 years later, my knee, the ACL is perfect. It's the meniscus that I'm having problems with that had to get removed. So I have no cartilage in it. That's a separate issue. It's not something that Jess has a problem with. From a diet standpoint, do you have to change and tweak what she's eating because she's in a healing process right now?
She eats pretty well on a regular basis anyway, whether she's injured or not. But now actually we have to make sure that she's eating enough because even though she has an appetite, it's not as intense or as strong as it would be as if she was training, 6 days a week. So I just have to stay on top of her, make sure she's eating, she's getting good complex carbs, a lot of protein to help with the healing, low sodium. We want to keep that swelling and any like water retention or inflammation down. Also she's doing ginger shots. Ginger is really good for inflammation. So not really. I mean, she eats really well. So
I really clean.
Yeah, it's just making sure she's eating enough to help with her body to recover. Oh, come on.
Oh, I love pizza too. Hey, did we order pizza or what was supposed to order?
We're foodies. We
love food. Yeah.
I love food whether it's healthy or not.
Yeah.
So.
But we have like
oh my God. I love food in every form.
Yeah.
Yeah, my obviously because my upbringing with so many boys in the house at one time, there's always a battle for food, whatever it was. There's always like trying to get that last piece of chicken on the table, trying to get that last hamburger, like whatever it was, like trying to get to everything. So like I'm a guy like I like to go out. I like to go out to eat. I enjoy the process of getting served food, eating the food, and being in the atmosphere. Like I enjoy that process. It's so for me. It's like one of the greatest pleasures in life is finding this little hole in the wall restaurant that you've never seen. You walk by it 50 times, didn't even realize it's there, and you're like, oh, fuck it, I'm hungry, let me stop in here. It's the best, whatever. You're like, geez, I can't believe I missed this place. To me, that's one of the best things in the world. And I've talked to a lot of dietitians, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't go out to eat. I do everything at home.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said I'm a dietitian that likes food.
There's different, everybody has their theories.
Their own philosophy, but everything in moderation and balance. We don't eat out every single day, and sometimes we go a couple weeks and we don't go out and have go out for that dining experience. But when we do, we do. It's like we want a little bit of everything that's on the menu.
For sure, bring me everything, please.
Start desserts. We're gonna start dessert and finish with salad. So bring that first. So let's talk injury. What's the doctor and the PT saying about recovery time? And how long will it be before you can start training again, lightly, just getting back into the gym and like doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu and starting to hit mitts again?
Yeah, wrestling and jiu-jitsu are the very last things that I'll be able to do. I'm like I said, I had surgery last week. I'm walking right now. They said I'm already up ahead of my recovery. They said around 3 months I can fully start boxing, pivot, moving off of that knee and moving lateral. Right now I can't twist like that. I'm just kind of, working my motion and things like that. But to start training again full time, 100%, 6 months. He said I'll be so comfortable for you. You'll feel strong. And then he said, I wouldn't recommend you going back to fighting in the cage till 9 months, but I'm just going to take the whole year. I'm going to, start training again in 6 months, do what I need to do, recover, take everything, do all the PT that I need, get strong, and do everything in my power to get that knee stronger than it was. I'm going to do, and then start boxing in 3 months. I'm going to listen to everything they tell me to do, follow the steps, and then in 6 months I'll start training. So, but yeah. So 6 months.
It'll be a year. It'll be a year before we see you again. In the cage, which is fine.
Yeah, it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. For me, I've already been through the experience where I fought injured already, so I'm not doing that again. All this time, I did the right thing. We had the surgery. I'm gonna get that knee really strong. And when I can return to training, I still want to make sure that I continue getting stronger and, taking care of that knee for another 6 months until I return to the cage. But, I'm going to return. I don't know if, like if anybody who knows me and who's seen my record, anytime I lose, I go, when I come back, I go on that winning streak again. So this only gives me that more motivation and drive to get what I want. And what I want is the belt, the UFC belt, before I retire. And that's all. Then I call it quits. I think, after I get that, this old lady is.
Yeah. I mean, you'll be 34, right? When you come back and compete again. So,
Yep.
So like a year from now, you'll be 34. So yeah, you're coming up there, and then you'll be in that tail end of the assumed tail end of your career. But who knows? I mean, you could be a couture and go to your 45, or you could be a.
Well, I don't think. No. We won't go there. I'd say when a couple of years back, and I said when I retire, it's going to be like 35 years old. But things keep changing. Who knew that the UFC was going to open this division? My goal was to be the best in the world, which I became the best in the world, and I held that for over 5 years. But now there's another group, and now I'm still in the game, so I still want to be the best. And now it's in the biggest organization in the world in our sport, so I have the opportunity to do that there. And I'm still fighting for that spot. So I still have a couple more years. I say now I'm bumping it up to 37. I have to make up for the year I'm off.
All right, Jess, thanks so much for coming on here at MMAOddsBreaker. I appreciate it. Great as always to talk to you and finally catch up again. I'm glad you're doing so well with the juice bar. It gives you a distraction while you're trying to heal your knee up, so you have something you can dedicate yourself to for the next year while you're getting ready for this next battle in the cage. So.
Thank you so much, Frank, for always, having me and sharing what's going on with me. I want to thank all the support that I've been getting through this knee injury from all my fans. So I'm really grateful. And, as always, I'm the same. Thank you. Thank everyone. And follow me on social media, JagATT, and Carbon Juice Bar at Carbon Juice Bar. And that's all. Instagram and Twitter, it's Carbon Juice Bar, and also on Facebook, it's Carbon Juice Bar. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And tell Joe he said hello. And let's stay in touch. Let's get to Florida, Carbon. I said, when you come to Florida, when you make it to Florida, the promise that you said.
Yeah, we're coming. Actually, Jill's grandma lives in Orlando, so we got to get over there to see her. So it's not too far away once we're that far.
2.5 hours away.
Yeah, yep, it's close. It's close, yep.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. You too.
Bye, hon.
Bye.